Thousands of graduates are coming out of film school every year in the US, and a lot of them, when they make their short films, they make their film projects, they are making this one big mistake. Hi, I'm Amber. Welcome to Beyond Film School, where I teach you all about the film industry, and we're going to talk about that one mistake that you should avoid as a beginner filmmaker. I know as filmmakers, we are very excited about telling a story. We're rehearsing and thinking about the actor's performance. We're gonna nerd out over all the gear and the camera that we can use. We go through the budget, put a lot of money toward cast and a lot of money toward all the camera gear, but then we get to, oh crap, there's a lot of dialogue in my movie. What about sound? Sound is the #1 thing that is neglected in beginner filmmaker movies. So here's the thing, if you are watching a YouTube video as you are watching right now, I'm pretty sure if I had horrible sound, you'd be like, all right, skip next video. It doesn't matter how, great my background is or what the lighting is and all this stuff. If you can't hear me properly and there's something annoying happening with my audio, you are more likely not to continue watching. And that is very, very true when it comes to short films, feature films, anything you're gonna see on TV. If the sound is no one's gonna wanna sit through that. The eyes are definitely more forgiving than the ears, and I want you to at least remember that when you are embarking on your short film or you make another one or another feature. You can have pretty dope audio, like really crisp sound, and like some shaky camera movement that you're gonna get through it. Now let's take a look at an example of 2 short films from my annual film challenge. These are filmmakers that have stepped into the key roles for the very first time. We're going to look at Zugzwang and Mrs. Ortiz. My first example is from a Zugzwang.
I appreciate you meeting on such short notice with me, Mr. Fisher, and sparing any new details you have on the death of Melinda Campbell. There's just one more thing I'd like to add before we finish up today.
What's that?
Melinda's sister, Daisy, committed suicide last night. Were you two at all acquainted?
No.
No? She seemed to know you.
Now, with this short film, the camera work is not that bad. They give you multiple angles, the framing's not bad, it's pretty decent camera work. But the audio is disjointed, it goes back and forth, and it's really distracting. At some points, the sound is so high, it's distorted, and then at others, you can't hear certain lines. It makes it very hard to get through this movie, even though the story is pretty decent. I think a lot of this can be fixed with proper post-sound editing. And our next short film is going to be Mrs. Ortiz.
Look what I just did! I just brought up all this stuff without breaking my back or breaking a sweat because we now have a 1-floor walk-up instead of 5! To hell with the 5th floor walk-up!
And you know what else I haven't seen? Roaches.
With this short film, the camera work is okay. There are some color issues here. There's kind of some movement. It's not that smooth, but I can hear them. The audio is making sense. There's not a lot of noise in the background. It's not disjointed. There are sound effects as well. This was way easier to get through, and I can stick with the story. When you are first thinking about your script and you're like, okay, we're gonna make this thing, make sure you budget in production sound, the person that's going to be recording our audio. And this is going to be pretty much what the actor says, but also room tone is super important in post, guys. Do not forget about room tone. What are some wild lines? Are there voiceovers? All these things you have to think about because that is going to be included in sound. And we can really get into Foley, like certain movements, clicks, clacks, and stuff like that is going to add to the world building that you want to do for your project. In prep, we're going to think about hiring a good boom operator and sound mixer. Sometimes they're the same person depending on how small or big the project is. You want someone who's going to mix the sound, someone who's going to make sure they're in the right place to gather that sound. And also in post. In post, you want a good sound mixer in post. Someone who knows what they're doing when it comes to audio tracks. Okay, you can put all the royalty-free music over some crappy sound that's not gonna save you guys, I am sorry.
I said what I said!
You can really shoot anything with like an iPhone or a Pixel or a Google Pixel phone or whatever, but you really can't capture nice sound. You wanna make sure that you're putting the money into sound. Good sound will serve you better. And also, when it comes to submitting your short film or your feature films into film festivals, if you have crappy sound, you will not make the cut. I am sorry to tell you this, but if you have crappy sound, you're not gonna make the cut. So you can submit to all the film festivals you like. And if you have crappy sound, it's less likely that you're gonna get chosen or win anything. Honestly, sound is the #1 mistake that most beginner filmmakers are gonna make. Plan for it, figure out how you're gonna capture that really good dialogue and the wild lines or atmospheric sounds. Make sure you have a plan in place for it. Put your money towards it. You will not, you will not regret it. I promise you on that. Because you can have the prettiest, fanciest lenses and fanciest camera, but if it sounds horrible, no one's gonna watch the thing that you created. And we want people to watch your stuff that you created. Like, we want people to experience the story and experience the lovely message that you have to tell the world.
Oh, that's gonna make me cry.
What are some other things that maybe you have done that have been a really massive mistake? Share maybe your downfalls, your mistakes, and stuff that you've messed up on your projects. There's so many different things that can be your downfall as a beginner filmmaker, and definitely leave those in the comments. If you've made it this far, I know you care about your film career and being a filmmaker, and give me a like and subscribe because it helps my channel grow and then reach other filmmakers that this video can help them. If you're looking for more opportunities in film and how to unlock those opportunities, I have a mini course for you. It takes 1 to 2 hours. That course will be below in the description for you. Thank you so much for watching. That's it for now, and I shall see you next time.